Okay, the concept to the new record was not really a concept. We started writing songs, and I delivered a song, and then came another, and we realized pretty quickly that this is going to be a guitar-oriented record, and that's what I've been wanting for a long time anyway. And as a matter of fact, I wanted to make it a point that when we tracked and started producing the songs, that we reduced the amount of layering and producing that we've had in the past with just tracks and tracks of sounds and effects and stuff. And I wanted to get our two guitar players heard, because we're a two guitar band and we always had keyboards and stuff like that, which is fine, but I asked myself why. And you know, we're a rock band, we've got two guitars and we got no keyboard player, so we made it a point to leave the keyboards out, and there is actually one song, only one song with a bit of keyboards that no one will ever hear, and that's it. And we decided it's got to be a rock record with guitar riffs, with guitar features, where a rock singer could sing rock stuff on top of it. That's pretty much our goal.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, we strove to, you know, Dennis had always talked about this sort of mysterious thing about it's got to rock. We talked about it for many years, and you know, a song's got to rock, and I think with this record, you know, every song rocks, and that was what's really important this time. You know, less keyboards and more of that good old rock and roll.
Exactly, and more to your voice.
Yeah, I mean, I made a conscious effort to be a bit more aggressive with the vocals this time.
You did, didn't you?
There's a fire spreading out across the land, and the situation's getting out of hand.
So our last record, Ceremonial, that was Chris Schmidt's first job with Pink Cream as a drummer. First album that Chris played in. And as the years went by, we've played some tours, some shows, and we've come to find out where our strengths and weaknesses are as a kind of a new band, in the sense that we have a new drummer. And we discovered that we could go a bit more back to the roots was a really important thing, because we wanted to. It was really important to us to get more guitar music going, because we sort of left that hanging in the past. We had a lot of keyboards and we produced a lot of stuff and later a lot of stuff. And Chris proved that he could do the old style really well. So we went back a little bit and tried to do that with our songs that we wrote this time, right?
Absolutely. I mean, you know, Chris, he came into the band, and we continued, made Ceremonial. And I think, you know, after we played and you know, we'd sort of got to know each other better, even though he was very involved in the band before, being the roadie. But you know, he knew the style, he knew how Costa played, and I think this record we finally found the right chemistry. You know, we got on track. We got on track, and we found, you know, what makes a Pink Cream 69 record.
Absolutely. And Chris was a big help in that, because he knows more of our older songs than we do ourselves. As a matter of fact, he knows our songs better than we do ourselves.
He does, yes.
He really, really does.
Basically, we've done a few interviews recently, and people have been talking about not going back to the roots, but we made a few records, and they talked about you know, Intensity or Electrified, one of my favorites. And personally, I'd put this sort of like in between. You could say Electrified, and you could also say Sonic Dynamite. Personally,
yeah, it is. Yeah, very much a combination of the two. The only difference, I guess, if there is any difference at all, is that it's completely a guitar record from beginning to end. Is where we've actually never had that. Never. It's the first record where we really made a guitar-oriented album. Funny enough.
Absolutely, but it's so interesting, you know, when, you know, you're so involved in something, you make a record, and I never considered, you know, is it like Electrified? Is it like Sonic Dynamite? Of course, you know, I listen to the records every now and then, the history of the band. And when people talk about Electrified, and it's, you know, it's kind of like maybe a little bit like this or whatever, it's quite surprising for me. But at the end of the day, then you realize different tastes, you know. But as long as everybody, you know, likes a record and it rocks, I'm a happy man.